Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are over the beautiful sunny skies of Erangel for game number 3 of Toby's Tryhard Thursdays. You will notice the plane path is already quite southerly before I even open the map, and it is certainly going to be an interesting one. We have 16 teams fighting for 4 spaces in Thursday's finals. We will see which of those 16 teams will make it through in just a second. As you can see, it is an 8 o'clock to a 4 o'clock plane path, incredibly southern. And as a result, your Rozhoks of the world are going to be a little bit of a stretch, but technically possible. Your Yasnayas are out. Your Lepovkas are out. Your Georgia Pulls are a long shoot. We've got 1 or 2 teams doing that. There is no way you're getting any further north than that without vehicles. Unity are moving to Novo. So we can see that is pretty uncontested. I have a feeling that Pochinki is going to get a little bit spicy. We have ETIGET right here. It looks like there is another squad moving slightly further north. The problem is we've also got a squad moving with them. So ETIGET are going to be the only team, okay, in Pochinki. Lukarux is being hit. He could get knocked out of the sky. Doesn't quite. They're moving into this area, which is dubbed by the players as Mini Pochinki sometimes. And the first circle, by the way, is Big Oofs. It's on Quarry, so that's going to be interesting as well. Andrew is nearby, and I'm not really sure that this compound is particularly recommended. There was an opportunity to knock. It didn't work. They now have to move on out. In Milta, we can see Regnant being relatively uncontested. We've got Northern Lights getting Milta Power and Mini Milta. And, well, I guess on esports mode, there should be enough loot for Haiku here, but this won't be their dream scenario, sort of getting pinned into this southerly portion of the map, especially considering they have to move quite far to get to circle number 1. Now, the situation after the end of game number 2 is rather interesting indeed. Let me go ahead and give you guys the lowdown. The Northern Lights are still in first place with 37 points. But we have got ITHR now moving up into second place with 28. Redline are in third place with 27, so just 1 point behind. They've been doing pretty well. And ETIGET, with that victory, have moved into fourth place with 21 points. That means the Adepts are in fifth. That means Unity is still in ninth. So, still plenty of life left here for the more established teams, I should say, to deal with each other. I am trying to take a look and work out where that 4th member of ITHR was that went down. Well, Existence, unfortunately, has taken them out. Great frag to begin with onto Pitaki. It was obvious that was long range. And a quick little snipe to finish them off. Now, this is important because both of these teams are fighting to be in those top 4. ITHR currently in second position, and Team Friends really impressing in round 1, but not really doing too much else since then. So you can see just looting the bodies there and then moving on out. A lot of early rotations. I'm fully expecting to have like people at this compound, this compound, this compound. Wouldn't be surprised if people snuck in west of Quarry. I think the South George teams might actually come down and do that. Entirely possible. But really, here, we sort of want to wait until Regnant has moved, which is why it's interesting that Haiku are moving, and also very interesting that they're all in a single vehicle. This is a very high-risk maneuver. I was going to say high-risk, high-reward, but I'm not even sure it's high-reward. It's just high-risk at this point. Perfect, taking some pot shots at that dasher as it moves across the hayfield. And it looks like the rotation north should be okay for them for now. Threading the needle in between 2 teams. Murphle has still spotted them, though, and is connecting. Oh, dear. It moves so slowly up that hill. That's 2 headshots, 3 headshots for 53 damage. And Haiku are reeling, but they managed to get away. Unbelievable. The vehicle is on fire. Everyone is needing to heal. Spyro takes out Batchelins. Whoops, what happened there? Ask no questions, boys. Ask no questions. Northern Lights will safely be able to rotate in. My goodness, these guys are lucky sods right now. Goose even has a drop to his name. Oh, the friends are going to know that there is no one else west of them, and that means they should be able to get this uncontested. Let's see what is in the pipeline for Goose. Remember, this is effectively still early game, so this can be useful for them. There we go. It's an AWM in full level 3 gear. That is rather excellent. ITHR need to think of a safe way to rotate. I imagine that Tryhard will be looking for a vehicle along this road here to see if they can drive in. Northern Lights have also taken a northerly route. That leaves Regnant here. On their own. They're just making sure that there isn't someone who stopped off at one of these compounds, but there won't be. These guys are long gone. Haiku do not want to have to deal with that. Oh, hello. Yep, that would be a rock. That absolutely would be a rock. Unity, make it across the bridge, fine. Why is everyone I observe hitting trees and rocks? I didn't even realize this was a thing. ETIGET and Quetpa. Alright, they're just wheeling in. There's no way they're going to hit a tree, right? Right? They might. So much for stealth. Oh, don't get your teammate. Dropping the scopes, sharing the loot, and we're good. Okay. RedlineEU. Spotting the monkeys. Firing a couple of shots. Nothing hitting so far. That vehicle sound is a teammate coming in. Nothing to worry about there. And ITHR managing to get a vehicle now. Look at this. We have the TeamHorizonReapers with a UAZ in the esports livery. I suspect they will know that the friends have moved on out. They'll probably be all going in a single vehicle, though, which could be dangerous. Tryhard just stopping at South Triple. Potentially to look for a little bit more loot, but wonder if there's something specific attachment-wise that they're looking for. Not completely sure. SLR, tasty. And they've got 2 vehicles, so we're good. Oh no, not again, Haiku. Haiku, not again. Please, not again. Zacho taking a lot of shots in Haiku's direction. But Haiku have now used what looks like 2 of their 9 lives. They're going to M as well. And again, another car crash. That was low speed though. That's okay. Wonder if that affects their no claims at discount. M is currently being taken by friends though. So I don't think anyone else is going to be crashing this anytime soon. And 20 seconds earlier, and someone could have crashed this. It was that close, but friends, I think, have a firm foothold in this position now. And if Haiku want to move further on, they will be hard pressed. Rock's checking out this compound to the east instead. I think it's potentially a good shout. It'll be interesting to see if they want to go any further based on where the circle is. I don't think they would. I think this is very good. They managed to take one of the few compounds that isn't quite within easy reach of everyone else yet. Very nice. Who else is rotating in? Northern Lights getting very close to Marvin Co. Whoa, hello. Hard shift west. Let's reintroduce a little bit of water into that circle, shall we? The guys at M are not going to want to move, but Regant are going to be a little bit annoyed. Northern Lights now opting to go north of Everest. Taking a little bit of a detour. Oh, hello. Spyro and Co opting instead to go via South George to wherever they want to go next, so they could be rotating down to one of these compounds here, for example. ITHR doing exactly the same thing. They're being ultra cautious, coasting up to where these compounds are, although there won't be anyone there to stop them. So they'll be reasonably pleased. Getting crashed now is Haiku. Eye of the Storm, just the other side of the broken wall. Not all of Haiku are all of Haiku here, actually. I was going to say not all of them are here because they were split before, but it does look like they're here. Okay, yeah, they have got all 4. Go Black is the person who's furthest back, but he's not really furthest back by much. So that's good. Smoke's coming out now. Go Black gets taken down on the right flank. That allows Hurricane to move up on the left-hand side. Exerting some additional pressure. That's 2 members now of Either Storm moving this way. Aman looking to come in with the flank. Hicks goes down to Aman and the M249. Not something you often see in these games, but it seems to have worked for him. Go Black continuing to provide intel to the team, so it's a 1-1 trade at the moment with no one really coming on to do any sort of revive-y shenanigans. Aman actually is going to be tended to by Rox, but Go Black is still suffering in the back. Inside, we'll manage to get the Resurrect onto Hicks as well. And Rox is coming in for the flank. Hurricane will answer that, though. All 4 members of Either Storm now alive, and that's a problem because Haiku have only got 2 up. Go Black will get taken out, and Rox is down as well. Either Storm have to know that now is the right time to push. Denji gets shot at by ETIGET. Well, that was rude. The rest of Haiku might have a little bit of a chance now. Insides have realized they're going to have to move on the other side if they want to try and win this engagement. A man still on the top floor of that compound. So much action going on now as well. Zacho is being effectively commandeered by the Adepts. A man has been spotted. He jumped out of the building on the left-hand side. Hicks should have seen him. He has seen him. Either Storm eliminate Haiku, but unfortunately that's 2 of their team members down. We'll now move over to here where Redline are fighting the Adepts, are fighting, I think, the Rozhok Roosters? Yes, it is. So 3-way fight going here in the swamp. Northern Lights were also in the kill feed earlier on. I think they killed several members of the Monkeys. Yes, they did. And Kickaz is definitely not doing that right now. They are living the shack life as Northern Lights have commandeered this compound. What does the next circle say? The next circle says Quarry is the south of it. This is a fairly all-encompassing circle. Northern Lights and the Monkeys have to move. Pretty much everyone else is chill. Redline continuing to look for angles. If you're Zacho right now, you are absolutely bricking it. Because you are in the middle of a fight for so many different teams. Furax gets taken down, though. The Friends deciding, you know what? We can get in on this action as well. And these guys are all the way down south here. So, they have to be a little bit careful. Sunzi got downed, but not outed. All sorts of tasty angles here. The swamp is a beautiful part of the map, especially in Erangel 2.0. Can we all agree that? I didn't think Existence had an angle. I thought that Sunzi was comfortably below the lip of that hill. That is dirty. I did not know that was even possible. Okay. Tundo, resident flanker, still firing shots pretty much next to Zacho. The Adepts looking for damage and finding some of it, but Marv gets a lot of damage onto Tundo. He is forced to pull back. Luca, Rox, and Ivas are both going to go down, I think. Yes, they are. And the Adepts will pick up a couple more points. Remember, they urgently need a good game. It's actually their first 2 points of the game here. Sunzi, that's his 3rd knock. I believe things along the lines of FFS are getting uttered in their team chat right about now. Friends have been incredibly frustrating for the Adepts to deal with. Those extra knocks, absolutely not needed at this time. Who else is moving? ETIGET are moving south, the last sort of warehouse compound before Quarry. Cool. We have a big fight going on here between ITHR and Northern Lights. This is big. Perfect with the M249 getting the knock onto Box Bob. And DNK trying to get the reply. He sees Perfect. I'm not sure if Perfect saw him in response, but that was a nice little angle that he had there. The problem is the rest of them are now moving in because they managed to get all the revives off. That is a potentially great frag. It's not even going to matter. They finish it off with the M4 and the Northern Lights take out ITHR. The team in first place on the leaderboard wipe the team in second. 1 kill each for each of the Northern Lights players. Very evenly distributed there. And ITHR, who are in second place in the leaderboards at the moment, get knocked out in 11th place in our first Erangel game. That could prove big moving later on. Teams like the Adepts and Friends and Unity will be looking at that going, yes, propel us into the points. They're playing catch-up at the moment, and a hard northern shift. We've had several western shifts this game. We're now moving properly out of Quarry, and I think everyone except Regant will be completely happy with that. Still a three-way fight for Swamp. The King of Shrek has yet to be crowned. QB and Marv now have company. Oh, I remember getting a 1v4 squad kill here just the other week. I clipped it as well. You see the gun poking out of the wall? Oh, that's hilarious. Well, if they didn't know he was here before, they were just looking for an angle. There's the angle. And Kultamuna is going to finish off QB. Marv is in the next building along. That's one. Can we get two? One member of Redline left. Grenades coming in. The squad push is real for Marv. They have to worry about getting third-partied by the Adepts, though, at all times. How is Marv going to handle this? The Rozhok Roosters moving further in. They've now got full possession of that building. They've taken some shots. Marv hasn't responded. He's not responding, maybe because he doesn't want to let them know that it's just one person. Marv can let them think that there's more than one. That'll be useful, but he gets spotted running away. And Noki will be able to get the finish from behind. So that's another point to the Adepts. And that is RedlineEU out of this particular game. Now, RedlineEU at the moment, they're in third place. So that's big and opening it up further for teams like ETIGET and the Adepts. ETIGET have got a good portion of the southern part of the circle. Regnant have had to move onto a hillside where they are open from a couple of angles. Murphy's trying to keep it safe, but I think he's going to find it difficult at best. Spyro has an angle on him from long range. Hasn't spotted him yet, I think. Otherwise, he would have shot. Oh, never mind. Well, if he didn't spot them before, they certainly do now. Getting some return damage, some tasty return damage onto Spyro there. Murphy just letting him know that he does see them with the 6X SKS. And ETIGET are moving ever closer. Code Marco being potentially sneaky here. 3X M4 spots at least one member of Regnant. Will take it. That's an insta-knock, but not an insta-flush. Code Marco's gonna have to move. ETIGET have given away their position. Now, will they be able to get the kills? Regnant is bleeding out, I think, a little bit too quickly there. Murphy shouldn't be able to get to them in time. So Code Marco will get the kill onto Nail Cop. Now Unity want to get involved as well. Hiruzen and Danny, a little bit split. They're playing this by the seat of their pants at the moment, cowboy style. Trying to avoid the Northern Lights. ETIGET getting a lot of damage down on Hiruzen. And now he's going to be hoping that Northern Lights don't actually spot him right here. He sees the UAS, and that makes him think. Needs to be a little bit careful here. That's Bachelins coming in for a revive. Oh no, both teams have seen him now. This is potentially disastrous. Southern Donut, by the way, onto the road. Onto M. Friends are going to be very happy with that. Northern Lights might struggle here. The tables have turned. They had a big advantage before, but now they're the ones outside having to move in next to a circle. Hiruzen gets taken down by Markelov, and that is Unity out in 9th place. So they will not be climbing the leaderboards much further, and I don't think that's going to be enough, even if they win the last game, for them to make it into the top 4, but we'll wait and see. Crazier things have happened, but Unity doesn't look like today is their day. Remember, all of these teams actually had to place in top 3 or top 4 of the previous lobby to get here in the first place. So they've all had good performances, but this really is the next step up now. Spyro gets shot at by a lot of people. They then focus on the guy shooting them instead, allowing Spyro to move out of the buggy and get a lot of damage done to the rest of Regnant. And that means the Northern Lights have 9 kills, and they're actually oh my god. They're able to walk away from this with all 4 players as well. That is disgusting. That really is disgusting. We're into our top 6 teams right now, and the Northern Lights are looking dangerous as ever. ETIGET are out for blood. They see Eye of the Storm. They want those confirmed points, but can't get them at the moment. Owner, the only player missing. Still 3 people here. They're quite split, but they've got the southeastern edge of the circle reasonably intact. Kultamuna looking like he was knocked by the Adepts, but he will get pulled back as well. The Adepts have to decide how they want to move into circle. Sunzi and Noki playing edge and moving up to them. This could be a very big from an aggression point of view. Smokes on Kultamuna. The high ground currently belongs to Nico. I feel like they might have more options here, but we'll wait and see. That's ETIGET onto Northern Lights. We join that fight again. Batchons is bleeding out quickly, but he has got a little bit of a dip in the road. As soon as the molly is thrown, I think you can go back and res, and that's exactly what Spyro is going to do. Oh, dear Christ, that's a great nade. Not gonna lie. Spyro running away, immediately going prone. And Code Marco will be able to get the confirm onto Bachelin, so that is Northern Lights down to 3 people. More nades coming out now. Code Marco doing a tremendous job. That is 4 nades. All 4 have hit Spyro. He's just continuously healing right now. Buying ETIGET a strong amount of time. Here we go. Oh, what a great nade in response by Spyro. Oh my, that is beautiful. Bouncing off the car as well. And Quetpla suddenly has a big job on their hands. Northern Lights up to 10 kills now. What can Quetpa do for the rest of the team? Is Quetpa running? It looks like he is. Oh man, what a delightful grenade in response to the first 2 that were also great from Code Marco. Tremendously done. We're still on 6 teams, but we're thinning out the herd a little bit. One of the friends have actually been taken down. They're looking for the Rozhok Roosters on edge. I think Wadez will see them. He does. Wadez wants the point. Hell Snipe will get the point. Nico gets absolutely destroyed, and the friends are up to 5 points with 5 teams remaining. The Adepts have they've had Noki down, but it doesn't look like they're in position for Wadez to get the confirmed kill just yet. Quetpa on his lonesome Eye of the Storm down to 2. The friends have 3. ETIGET. Well, Quetpa on his lonesome, as we mentioned earlier. The Adepts are still here, though. And Wadez is not able to get the confirmed kill onto Noki, but we'll at least know that nobody else is in this section of the circle, which is useful. We have the Adepts versus Northern Lights now. This is important for the Adepts. They want to win this very badly. They need all the points they can get. 6 kills so far in the top position. That's strong. Great grenade from Sunzi. Finishes off Northern Lights. All right. So the team at the top of the standings, they are out in 5th place. The Adepts will pick up those kills, get some more placement points, and go up to 7. Very important for them. The friends, though, are starting to rotate around, and they are looking pretty feisty. Toundo is almost certainly going to spot them in a second. They are very close. Goose is ridiculously close on the left. They do not let chances like that go to waste. Tudo instantly going down, and Sunzi, the last player left here for the Adepts. They've got ETIGET to worry about behind them. And Gusiara, man, with that nade, absolutely astounding. Can we get another one? Doesn't look like it. The Adepts are just going to be moving as quickly as they can. Goose having to take it slow in case Sunzi happens to be at the crest of that hill or similar, but Sunzi is in fact completely repositioning. This could actually work out quite well. The next circle is a bit of a donut. So as you can see, all of the teams will be reasonably happy to get in there, except Sunzi, who's going to have to move in behind ETIGET right now. 4 teams and 7 players alive now. And we've just passed the 25-minute mark of game number 3 here at Toby's Tryhard Thursdays qualifier round 2. You're watching Group 3 with Jorisar, and I hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast so far. Had some pretty interesting leaderboard action, I have to say. Miramar had 3 or 4 teams consistently bring the goods, but right now we could be seeing things on their head just a little bit. Northern Lights out in 5th, so they still got good points. They have secured their top of the leaderboard position, but behind them, it's all change and all to play for. Sunzi, the only player that actually has to make it into circle. Wadez, not being afraid, going along the road, looking for opportunities there. Doesn't want to go too far, because the friends are in that compound. The friends are on that ridge, I meant to say. So you don't want to go too far around the bend or anything like that. But he won't. Sunzi making it all the way to the east side, so completely bypassing Quetpa. That's big for the Adepts. Remember, 7 kills so far, and in 4th place. This is a decent points haul for Sunzi. Snaking into 2nd is well worth it at this point. See how they choose to respond. Next circle, frustrating for the Adepts, difficult for Eye of the Storm. Completely fine for Friends, who currently, at least, look to be the favorites to win this chicken dinner. Wadez checking out some haystacks. Oh dear, Eye of the Storm has been spotted by Friends. And Sunzi will assist in finishing them off. So Sunzi gains another point for the Adepts. And another placement point. That's it. Wait, what? And kills themselves with a Molotov. I wonder if that's because they took fire and accidentally ran into their own fire. But never mind. The Adepts now in 3rd place. They've got at least 8 kills. So those are good points for the Adepts, who are currently in 5th place, trying to make their way back up to 3rd. Every point counts. We're now 2 teams, 4 alive. Hey, and the friends are having a little bit of a play. They know it's a 3v1. Been spotted by Goose. And Quetpa will fall to Wadaz, who's on the right-hand side. So the friends, ladies and gentlemen, with 9 kills, pick up their chicken dinner. They impressed in round 1, and they are finally showing their colors on Erangel here in round 2. Will it be quickly enough for them to be propelled into the top 3? I don't know. We've got ETIGET in 2nd place and the Adepts in 3rd. So 3 different challenger teams, as in teams outside the top 3 at the moment, are finishing 1st, 2nd, and 3rd here. That's going to tighten up the leaderboard considerably. I can't wait to see how that looks moving into our final game. But that's it from me for now. We're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, it will be game number 4, the last game before deciding which 4 teams make it to the finals on Thursday.